Welcome to this toolkit module. This is an advanced module. I'm putting it here because I think it fits well, but understand that this is an advanced module that you may not be ready for, but I wanted to share it with you just to expose you to the concept, okay? So here's the concept. Google AdWords and retargeting ads. I'm going to define both of them, show you examples of both of them, and then give you some best practices, okay? So right now, you're looking at a Google screen. I searched, if you look up the very top, Sea Ray Sport Yachts for Sale, Miami, Florida. Now, we talked about search engine optimization already, where I want you to create your web page so that you come up in what's called the organic search, which is these right here in the middle. If you can see my my little cursor, and I'll try to highlight it there. All that stuff is free. They've done that because they have done the correct things in the back, and what they typed in, what they put in for their headlines, their keywords, their meta data, if you remember that, we're doing the worksheet, matched up with what the prospect, in this case me, typed into the Google search bar. Now, there's two other ways that you can use kind of that research that you've done, and that is AdWords. AdWords are these little classified ads that run down the right side. If you look, #1 Miami Yacht Charters, Sea Ray Boats for Sale, 2015 Hatteras Sport Yacht. These two up here, United Yachts for Sale, Marine Max, Shop Boats and Yachts, and there's none down at the bottom. So those are called Google AdWords. Now, they're paying, well, they're actually listed there for free, but anytime somebody clicks on one of those links, they pay a nickel, a quarter, a dollar, $2, $5, depending on the competitiveness of those keywords, okay? So the reason this ad showed up right here, Sea Ray Boats for Sale, is because somewhere when they set up this little classified ad, they put in Sea Ray Sport Yachts or Miami, Florida, or a combination of all of those, okay? So that's Google AdWords. Now I'm going to show you what's called a display ad. All right, and this is back on Yacht World. And these ads here on the right side, you can see this Marine Max one with the turtle swimming. You can see these two Nissan ads right here. Those are called display ads. In the background, they did the same thing. They said, I want these to show anytime a site shows something about boating. Maybe they typed in a keyword, but they've had that kind of that same target market discussion of, I want these to show when this happens. Okay, so those are display ads. Another way that these can show these little photo ads are called retargeting ads. Now, a retargeting ad displays when somebody has visited a particular website and they track it and they say, hey, when this person comes back, if there's an opening space, I want my ad to show. So those are the two types of ads that we're going to talk about. Again, I know this is advanced. I know some of this is going to be confusing, but come back to it and you can revisit this later down the line, okay? If you want to experience a retargeting ad, go visit my website, boatdealerprofits.com, and then just pay attention to these little photo images as they come up. And right now I have some retargeting campaigns running on my website, and depending on the particular web page that you visit on my website, you'll see different images show up. Okay, so just pay attention. Know that if you see one of my ads, it's retargeting. Okay, now think about what we can do with this. Because these ads are basically segmented out by people that are actively searching for what we're selling, these could be very highly profitable for us. They could be highly targeted people. We've already done the work in Module 1 in week #1 about selecting single target markets, right? Now all we have to do is think about what will that single target market type into that Google search bar. And we've well on our way to having a successful Google AdWords campaign. Now, tip number 2, the tighter, the narrower your target market, the better these Google AdWords and display network ads will be. And the reason for that is the tighter you match your copy in your ad, the text in your ad, the more likely people are to click on you. And another thing that Google does is the more likely people are to click on you, the cheaper you can get your ad click for. So they kind of do they're trying to maximize their revenue, and they know they don't get any money for just showing the ad. They get the money for an ad being clicked. So what they do is they say, okay, if your ad gets clicked more often, we're going to make it cheaper for you because we want you to keep running that ad for longer and longer and longer, okay? So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is when you direct your page, I'm going to show you this one because this one just flabbergasted me. This is Nissan. This is why I don't like people copying big companies. Okay, Nissan is spending millions and millions of dollars on these display ads. I don't think it's retargeting because I don't remember myself ever visiting a Nissan website. But this display ad, they're probably playing 50 cents to $1 when I click it, okay? And when I click it, this is what happens. I get a 404 error that the page you requested does not exist. So they just actively built this nice, pretty looking display ad, spending millions of dollars. And this, if I'm seeing this as somebody that's never been to Nissan, am not actively searching to buy a car right now, they're serving this up to a ton of people. And when people click on it, they're not getting any sales message across. So the page that you direct your ad to is extremely important. And just like I talked about, the more highly targeted your message is in the ad to what they're searching, the more highly that target is, the better your results would be. So it also means that the more highly targeted your landing page or your squeeze page is, the better your results will be. The more people will take advantage of your lead magnet. So in Google AdWords, here's the strategy. Here's the mechanics of it. You pick your single target market. You decide what your lead magnet is going to be. Remember that lead magnet is just a report that matches up with their fears and desires. You write your ad. So let's say that you decided that one of your single target markets was cruiser buyers, okay? And you decide that one of the manufacturers that you get a lot of listings for is Sea Ray. And you're in the Miami, Florida market, all right? Just what we have up here. So you would create a Google ad. And anybody can do this, but I'm going to recommend that you not necessarily do it yourself. Anybody can do this, but there are some things you really need to monitor. Otherwise, you can waste a lot of money. When you get this really dialed in, you can have an automated money machine. So there's pluses and minuses to it. All right, so we've got the single target market. We know that they're likely to search for Sea Ray boats because in that cruiser category, Sea Ray is a manufacturer that is a good quality client, and we have a lot of those listings. So you may want to list either I'm going to send them directly to my lead magnet of my video report, or I'm going to send them directly to all of my Sea Ray listings that I have and send them directly to my inventory. So you might want to write your copy that says Sea Ray boats for sale. That's a reasonably good headline. And you're going to direct them right to the inventory of your Sea Ray boats. You're not going to send them to your homepage. You're not going to send them to a generic page. You're going to send them to a page that matches up directly with what your ad says and what their mindset was when they were on Google. All right. Now let's take a look at if you were going to send them to your lead magnet, your report, how to buy a cruiser, or how to avoid the 3 mistakes cruiser buyers makes and how to avoid them. You remember that headline from a couple modules ago. Well, now you're going to make it even more specific, and you're going to make another funnel. You can use the same video. You don't have to reshoot the video, but you're going to title it "How to Buy a Sea Ray Cruiser," or 5 big mistakes Sea Ray buyers make and how to avoid them. Watch free video to learn more. And then you're going to direct them to your squeeze page, which is going to have the headline, 3 biggest mistakes Sea Ray boat buyers make and how to avoid them. Enter your email and name for free video. That sales funnel is going to allow you to take advantage of the psychology and optimize your return on investment and the quality of leads that you generate. Okay. So there's a lot more to it. I wanted to introduce the concept of Google AdWords. I'm going to provide a resource in this module of somebody that can help you. There are millions of people that can implement Google AdWords. All right. It's a hourly rate skill. What is a highly valuable skill is developing the strategy and understanding the concept of single target market, directing to a highly targeted squeeze page or landing page, and maximizing your return on investment. You know, just like this Nissan ad that went to a blank page, we'll try another Nissan ad, see if it does the same thing. This Nissan, it does the same thing, but if this Nissan ad went to, and this is what most people do, holy smokes, went to the Nissan homepage, it would almost be just as bad. Because now I've said, hey, I've got this specific thing that you're looking. Remember, they're in shopping mode when they're on Google and they're searching, they're researching mode, and they're looking for Sea Ray boats for sale. So if you take them to anything other than Sea Ray boats for sale, they're going to click right off it and go back to their search because that's what they're looking for. If you take them to their homepage, they're not going to click around 2 or 3 clicks to get to what they're looking for. They're just going to leave and go back to their search. Same thing with the lead magnet. If you say, I'm going to show you a video, the 5 mistakes Sea Ray boat buyers make and how to avoid them, and you don't take them to a page that says 5 mistakes Sea Ray boat buyers make and how to avoid them, they're unlikely to go through that lead magnet and generate a lead. So you've got to match them up. That's the high value knowledge that you have. The actual mechanics of building an AdWords campaign and putting it in place is inexpensive. I think I paid $500 for a guy to set up my retargeting. Now, I had to keep him from making all sorts of mistakes. He wanted me to open my target market to a huge group. There was things that I had to keep him from doing to make sure I maximize my return on investment. But anybody can do it. It can be inexpensive to set up, okay? All right, so let's go back to retargeting. Retargeting, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but retargeting works mainly on the display network, which are these photo images that can show up anywhere. Essentially, if somebody visits one of your web pages, you can put, it's called a cookie, but you can basically track them around the internet and stalk them and show your ad. Now, you can put limits on it so it doesn't get annoying, but you've probably seen it. And again, if you want to see an example, go to my website and visit any page at boatdealerprofits.com, and you'll see different ads served up for you. Assuming, and right now I am running one, so you should be able to see it. And basically it follows you around the internet, and it serves up anytime that somebody that's visited my website is out searching the internet. Anytime that there's inventory, they're going to place that ad, and that's going to cost me, maybe 50 cents to $2 when they click that ad. But guess what? That's a highly targeted person because they've already visited my website. If they visited my website, they're interested in buying or selling. And when you take the same approach of, if they visit my listings page, my how to sell your boat page, then I'm going to show them my listings marketing piece. If they visit my inventory page or how to buy a boat page, Then I'm going to serve them my ads that talk about the how to buy a boat or join my VIP watch list or something along those lines. Okay. So it can be very profitable. It's way too technical to get into all the nitty gritty on this, but I did want to introduce those ideas and give you some tips, because I know some of the people are already using AdWords and they're making these mistakes. You may not be, but there's people that are in the program that are making the mistakes, and I see it all the time. So I wanted to put this in there because, again, if you don't monitor your AdWords and you don't pay attention to it and you don't really dial in the target markets and take advantage of some of the tools that they allow you to maximize your return on investment, you can waste a lot of money doing this. But when you do get it figured out, you've got an evergreen sales funnel that'll work for years and years and years. And all you have to do is implement it when the season is prime for the picking. So there you go. That is AdWords and retargeting. If it was too advanced for you, go through the rest of the program and just forget you ever saw this. If you're in that segment that you're ready for it, great. I know that you got a lot of value out of it. And if in week 5, if you're through the program and you're doing real well, you want to do a get unstuck call and go through your specific situation in more detail, I'd be happy to help you. I've got some experience with it that will save you money, will definitely get you higher results and allow you to continuously improve. But that's the basics for now. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you in the next toolkit module. Take care.